Hello, everyone. Phoenix Tremayne here with your latest Days of Our Lives Beyond Salem, Chapter 2, Day 2 recap, where we're going to explain why Kristen can be in Salem and on Beyond Salem at the same time. But first, if you haven't known so, please go ahead and hit that like button so that YouTube knows good channel for soap fans, and hit that subscribe button so you can get all the latest soap news. But if you want even more news, go ahead and take that extra step, become a member where you get early access to videos, spoils up to 2 weeks in advance. Got our live Zoom, and you will have already seen this video because I'm putting this video into the membership section first before, so you get to see it first. One of the perks. And now we're going to get right to it. How can Kristen be in two places at one time? Well, I started to get a little bit of headache, trying to figure this out. Like, it was getting on my nerves. Kristen is sitting there reading about her incarceration. And then I said, oh, wait a minute. Maybe it's Susan or the nun. Maybe that's what's going on. And then the reveal shocked me because I didn't really know about this character. I think I vaguely remember something. It was way before my time, but I remember vaguely when Eileen Davidson left the first time, the different characters she had played, I think, showed up or something. A long time ago, 10 years ago. But yeah, I was like, okay, so Kristen started stripping, and she had a little dingling. I was like, wait a minute. That's not Susan. Um, and it turned out to be this other character, Thomas Banks, who basically seduced this guy because he got the prism and got back up to the hotel room and then shot the guy twice and got rid of him and then took the prism. So that is how Kristen can be in two places at once. One Kristen. So I still want to see one day Stacey Haydock actually get to play on Beyond Salem. I think she's earned it. I would even love to see them at the same time. One playing Susan, one playing Kristen, or whoever. It's like four characters to go around. I would love to actually see them both together in a scene or something. But anyway, so that's in Monte Carlo. We move on to what's her name, Megan, Stefano Demire's daughter, where she has plans. Well, actually, they went on ahead and they were talking about how could she possibly be resurrected. And she was like, well, I'm a phoenix, just as much of a phoenix as my father, and well, it's Salem, and both of y'all have been dead before, so are you really going to question it? In other words, tell the audience to shut the hell up. She's back. Let your imagination figure it out. So, we move on to Sierra. Basically, Ben had no dialogue in this, really, but just Sierra making faces because she can't believe that her mother has been with this guy who Hope has told her about the whole family, and hasn't told anybody about him. We know why, because she's on the ISA case, and he's the target. And so turns out, she says, oh, he was from Salem and he dated Eve, and so they're like, oh, small world, and he's like, I wasn't really that nice to Eve, and Sierra's like, yeah, we understand. So we have also the angel Angela catches Bo looking at the view screen to Earth when he wasn't supposed to, and she was mad, but she still let him keep watching. We also had Paul and Andrew, officially meet and talk and decide that they're going to go on this mission together to find Steve, as well as shoot, John. I had a brain freeze. John. They're both going on this mission, and then they were able to figure out that the guy's name is Harris Michaels, and he goes to a gym, and so they're gonna try to trace him back to this gym. Now, I'm still in my feelings about, y'all know I didn't trace the timeline of how you can get from San Francisco to Seattle in like teleporting basically, because there's no way they could all reach these different places like that. So but he also, while he's also doing all this kidnap stuff, he's going to the gym on a regular. So he's going to the gym in a regular in San Francisco, but he's able to swing by Seattle to go ahead and get Steve in a matter of couple scenes. But I talked about that in the first video. We're not going to harp on that. So Bose continues to spy on his family, getting madder and madder. Angela's accused of him of being jealous, and she's like, Hope moved on, and y'all weren't even married when you died again. So, you need to get over it. And then we had a whole nother situation that I'm going to once again ask you in the comment section to help me with. At the gym owner is named Chris Kosacek, played by the actor that plays Roman. So we're like, is that something from the past that they brought back? Did he play a different character at some point in time that was Chris Kosacek? Because that rung no bells to me. I'm like, never heard of it. But maybe in the comment section you can let me know if that's another wink to the past about, who he might have been in the past. When he tells the guys that, he comes in every day and, he always goes to the hot tub. So, eventually he's going to end up in there. We know that he's, not even nowhere near there. He's in Montreal. But they go there and they get into the hot tub. And it was pretty much just a reason for them to take their clothes off and be half naked on screen. So I get it. Just trying to give the fans a little skin. And in the hot tub, while you're so upset that, John and Steve is missing, y'all just chill in the hot tub talking about your coming out stories. Because, Andrew's gay too. And he's like, yeah, my family accepted it and it was really cool. And Paul's like, yeah, my dad accepted it. It was really cool. And we had a good coming out experience. Surprised they didn't high five. And then they mentioned about Megan's, how she died. I guess she died electrocuted in a hot tub, or she said that she was electrocuted before she got into the hot tub or something to that effect. But Stefano kept her cryogenically frozen until advances could be made to bring her back to life. It's a soap. Let's just go with it. And then we had Trip and Joey go back to the apartment in Seattle where they catch a thief in there, and the thief is Leishan's sister, who is out there looking for Harris Michaels because she wants the prisms so that she can impress her father, because she wants to be a part of the mirror and not in IT department. So they say, well, let's all work together, and you get these prisms or whatever, and we find our dads. So now they're all going to Hong Kong, where Leishan and Gabby's going to be for some big event, and that's where the next prism is. So at the end of the episode, everybody's pretty much heading to Hong Kong to this event for the next prism. While in the hot tub, Paul and Andrew, like I said, they're talking about, basically they're flirting. And and then some guy comes in and attempts to electrocute them in a hot tub, just like, Megan was, because Megan's like, oh yeah, it's about to happen. So she's foreshadowing what he's doing, because he's obviously working for her. And then a fight breaks out because they realize what he was doing. And then Paul knocks the guy out, and Andrew's like, well, now we can't, ask him any questions, which is BS, because knocked him out, you can also wake him up. Tie him up, wake him up, take it from there. Even the ISA was there, whatever, because, Andrew's an ISA agent. They can't wake him up. Paul just knocked him out forever. So these are little storyline holes that annoyed me, that should have been fixed. But the worst one was Harris Michaels' locker had all of his information in it, including the Demir Enterprise Gala event at the Hong Kong hotel, and it's a casino night and conference. And his 2 guest passes, his pass plus his +1, is gonna be there. And so they just conveniently got all of this information from his locker. So he went to Montreal. The next episode is probably them in Hong Kong. You mean to tell me, he forgot, he just left all his stuff in his locker? It's just a convenient plot point to move from A to B. I get it, but it's just lazy writing. And the way it started was really good writing. So we're gonna forgive this little bit lazy writing for now, just to get the characters to Hong Kong. But that was stupid. That was just stupid. Thomas arrives to give Megan the prism, and she says, I got another assignment for you, so I guess he's going to Hong Kong too. And then she pulls out these cards, because if you saw my video about the synopsis for Beyond Salem 2, John and Steve are going to be brainwashed, and they're going to be sent out to get the next prism. So they'll probably be in Hong Kong too to get this second prism. Meanwhile, we've got Harris Michaels on the phone talking to somebody, and I thought it was Megan, but they didn't actually show him talking with Megan, so it may be another surprise character that he's working with that's not Megan. Hell, he might even turn out to be a good guy in the end, because Steve Burton in an interview said that there's some redemption at the end of the arc for him. So, well, a good-ish guy, because he did kill 2 people to start the series off. Let me see. And then, after making that mysterious phone call saying that he had a little snag in the plan because Sierra, Ben, and the baby showed up, but he's going to just keep on with the plan. He's not going to let that stop him. So he proposes to Hope, and Hope says yes. And Sierra's looking like, Mom, what are you doing? And in heaven, Bo is losing his freaking mind, because Hope is now kissing Harris after accepting his proposal. And Bo's like, Angela, you got to send me back to Earth. I got to stop this from happening. Something bad's gonna happen. Angela's like, no, I can't do that. And then he's like, he says, well, I'm just going to have to go and talk to the big man himself. So he's like, Angela, screw you. I'm just going to ask God if I can go down. Oh, man. So that's how it ended. Hope accepted the proposal, which, once again, if you read my spoiler recap, not the recap, the episode guide that I have, then you would know that in the episode guide I mentioned that Hope was getting married. So, or not getting married, but there was going to be a wedding between Hope and Harris. Then making it down the aisle, we know that's not going to happen, because the overall theme is bringing Hope and Bo back together. That's the overall plan, the arc for the series. And so you can now let me know what you think about Beyond Salem Chapter 2, Episode 2, if you haven't been watching. What do you think about what you've heard? If you have watched it, what did you think about the episode? Were you as surprised as I was that it was actually Thomas and not Susan or the nun? And I'll see you tomorrow, for episode 3. We're at the middle point. We're coming up on the middle point. And I will see you in the next video.